I'm going to tell you a story. First thing you gotta understand is, time does not work the way you think it does. You can call Miracle. I'm the one who's talking to you. Welcome to the cult. Alright, so, first a couple of updates. I'm probably going to, send in another email to state. I mean, yeah, I'm annoyed. Because they deleted my tweet. Like, come on. Come on. That's basically like literally actually suppressing my free speech. It's the State Department. I expect better than that. Suppressing my free tweet over someone being lazy and not doing their job. Come on. But whatevs. So I'll email them again and be like, look, what's the deal? Because I'm like, even if I don't have like a ton of subscribers, it's not good look for like even one video on YouTube being like, yeah, the State Department literally ignored me because I'm a Buddhist monk trying to talk to Cambodia about getting a marriage license. It's contact with a foreign power that an American citizen literally should be going through the State Department to do. And the State Department's blowing me off. What's that about? Anyway. It's not like it's Canada or Mexico. Like, it's not nearby. It's on the other side of the planet. Like, near foreign powers that they're worried about. Like, Cambodia is right next to China. Yeah, they don't have a solid relationship. But the fact that I'm trying to talk to someone in Cambodia, like, that's part of, like, a major religious organization. I don't know. Maybe, like, if anyone watches this and wants to comment, does that seem like something the State Department should care about? Because it seems like something they should care about to me. Alright, I'm done with that. So, as part of my ongoing thing of evolving myself as a Yantramana. So, I think I've mentioned in previous videos, I play a bunch of role-playing games. I haven't played, like, I mean, I play a regular Dark Heresy game, where I played it long enough that I'm an Inquisitor, like, that is kind of bordering on being an Inquisitor Lord. If you played Warhammer, that's actually kind of a pretty big deal. But, I basically chose to incorporate, pretty much all of them, as part of the, like, Karitra database, if you will, of, well, me and the Antramana. But I managed to, like, I'm specifically going to bring up two. One is Dr. Mystery. Dr. Mystery is a character who was a voodoo witch doctor who I played or who I made right after I came back as an avatar character, as an avatara, literally an incarnation of myself. Who was a voodoo witch doctor who I went to school at Tulane University down in New Orleans, and I only went there for a year and a half. But among other things I did down there that was pretty cool is I got started on a stage management program because they're one of the like very few colleges and universities actually have specific stage management programs. Tulane is one of them. Another one, by the way, is NYU, which I applied to Tisch, but like, if anyone wants to slam on me, oh, you couldn't get into NYU, go ahead and look into the NYU Tisch stage management program. To say it's competitive is a massive understatement. Tisch in general is a very, very, very competitive school, but neither here nor there. Actually, one note, I saw the 54 Cabaret in New York when I was going for my my interview at Tisch. So, you know, it's pretty cool. La 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 la. I think. Oh yeah, so Dr. Mystery. I came back from Tulane having finished. I went for a year and a half. I basically had a half semester of my freshman year, and then had like a whole sophomore year, which was academics wise half of a freshman year, but also like half of a sophomore year, and it included history of Latin America 420, which included history of voodoo, and so I made Dr. Mystery with like the knowledge I knew about voodoo from that because it was it's set in the if you're familiar with the DC comics, it's set in the continuity of uh Crisis on Infinite Earths, where all superheroes and villains actually over a certain power level basically got yoinked by cosmic forces to go deal with the fact that the multiverse was collapsing. And so basically we started out in the champion system, playing a bunch of uh, basically people in Gotham City who more or less had to step in because while many villains were taken, it was very dependent on power level. And so a lot of the villains that like didn't have a lot of power got left behind. And a lot of the heroes, because of dealing with so many villains, had enough power that most of them actually got yoinked by this. So ended up being like uh more or less like not even really like wannabe heroes. We're just like we had the ability, like we had the relevant powers, and we just sort of started doing it because we lived in Gotham, and Batman was just like gone. Can you imagine being someone with have like at least sidekick level abilities, and you live in Gotham, you live there, and the Bat's gone? That's where we stepped in because I think the Joker was gone at first because the Joker was part of Crisis on Infinite Earths, if I remember correctly. But we ended up Doctor Mystery ended up working as a therapist as he continued his medical degree to gain a psychology. He got a psych degree and he ended up working as a therapist in Arkham. And he ended up I don't know why my GM decided to think this was a good idea, but I ended up as one of the Joker's regular therapists because I was the only one like I was one of the only ones that could actually go through the therapy sessions. One partially because Joker was kind of notorious that he either really liked his therapists or he really didn't like them. And he liked me. He liked me in the degree I still don't know why the Joker liked me so much. I think it might have been partially because the GM was like trying to figure out if the Joker could figure out who I was, and he was like partially trying to test me. I was like, this is the Joker. I'm just gonna kind of assume he might already know who I am, but I'm not gonna give it away because if he does already know, he'd be disappointed if I just gave it away. And the Joker's not someone you want to disappoint. I think that was another thing that actually got through. Like, I understood the Joker is like, oh man, he kills for entertainment value. That's it. Like, for example, Dr. Mystery would have never said, Joker, you're boring. You need new gags. Because that would be an instant death sentence. Like, come on. Come on. Who would tell the Joker he's not funny? Even if they were thinking it, they wouldn't say it. They wouldn't for real say it. Like, for real, not for play. So, he actually, the guy who ran that game actually, did an excellent drawing of, like, Dr. Mystery going like, whoa. With a mouthless mask, interestingly enough. If you're familiar with, what's it called? High-Rise Invasion. As part of my amateur books, because I thought it was amusing, I made myself a mouthless mask. But in reflection, Dr. Mystery also had a mouthless mask. Mouthless masks are ones that, so the masks in High-Rise Invasion, there were 4 gods: happy, sad, neutral expression, and mouthless. And each of them had a different set of Samohana programming that, when you put the mask on, would implant itself in your Masiska, in your brain. And for like happy and sad, so basically the happy, sad, and neutral were referred to as angels. So they were effectively, at least in the context of the story, considered doula. And they would have a large amount of physical abilities that would be unlocked, and each of them would basically like have a shtick that, like, sort of like with Dr. Mystery, a shtick with voodoo. Like, it's kind of reductionist to call an entire religion a shtick. But for like the hero purpose of a hero we're talking about what's the shtick of your power set, it's a very simple way of saying his shtick is voodoo. So basically, like, they would have a shtick which would determine their primary attack ability, like what it was, and how they would act, more or less. Like, there was a chef mask who used chef knives. There was a biker who biked. There was a baseball player who pitched. But, like, cannonballs. Not even joking. The doula in that are fascinating. But the Mouthless Mask essentially is one that had programming that, like, if it were a game, would mean that essentially all the doula would be your companions, and the Mouthless Mask would mean you would be the PC. And the other ones who wore the Mouthless Mask would be other ones you would either make alliances with, and or would be your primary antagonist. Like the primary antagonist, Aikawa, he wore a he got a Mouthless Mask, and the deal with that is after the Mouthless Mask is worn, essentially it shatters. Because it's supposed to be a one-time use mask as opposed to the other mask where you just wear it. And like the Doula mask, if you take it off without its permission, like you can get, like, one dude takes it off because he has permission to take it off to take a shower. It makes sense, but he puts it on afterwards because otherwise you end up killing yourself. It's just how it rolls. But on the topic of, so, like, I incorporated the Dr. Mystery mask as part of my Varnika set, as part of the mask set, which is actually kind of, like, neat considering I do the whole not magic dance of masks thing. Like, it's just like, oh, I have another Varnika, yay! I have more Varnika. I have more Varnika for my near to Varnika, yay! Another one is another character that was, like, from the same GM, actually, but set in the Marvel universe, who was a psychic, who ended up getting, like, a hero ID, like, basically, like, a form he would take on when he was going to be using his powers a lot, which made him look like a Shaktidula. He looked like a psychic angel. Like, he had, like blue wings, and, like, armor, effectively. That was, like, Shakti armor that he just manifested. It's pretty baller, not gonna lie. His name was LC for Laertes Carnius, and his sister was named Ophelia because I'm like a geek like that. But yeah, he was like one of my. I think he was the actual first character of mine with that GM. That's like a mad throwback. But yeah, so I've incorporated a Shakti Dula and a Voodoo Witch Doctor into my Varnika set, which is pretty cool because they're actually Varnika that are already intrinsically part of me because they're old characters I played. It's pretty neat. Anyway, that's all I'll be doing for now, y'all. Dreams safely out there, all of you, all from Jeff and Fergus, and also Sal Tomei, and all the other. Hey, Kanga. What's up, Jeff? Hey, Kanga, have you decided how you want to sound yet? I don't know, I'm kind of like feeling it out because I don't want to sound too much like Sal. It's understandable. Sal's pretty distinctive though. Yeah, he is. I also don't want to sound specifically like you because you want to have your own sound. I understand that. Yeah. If you're in contact with Fedge, Dr. Fedge. Okay. Sounds like a solid. Fedge is an old friend of mine who joined the Navy. Probably is a sonar dude because he like had really good hearing. He played a character named Arpeggio, and I refer to him as Fedge. And like, if you've seen my other videos and you like saw the Kanga one, I'm talking about a Talpa Kavaka named Kanga. Who has a partner Kavaka? Who has a partner Kavaka named Street Kanga or Lady Kanga? All right, I'm done. And this is Oracle gonna sing himself out. Dream safely all y'all in the tantra they out. Oh, out there in the weed, try local we be. Out in Meladacia, middle level we be. Middle kingdom and on Priya at that. Dream safely everyone, from the Hamya down to your son Madonna and all through all that. Through Priya and say through all my days to dream safely, oh yeah.